Welcome to day 2. Today we will be doing moon salutations. What are moon salutations? They are typically done at the end of the day, prior to bedtime, the time of the day when you're starting to wind down. The idea is to feel lengthened and all stretched out and relaxed and ready for bed. So we will start our first portion of the video in our chair, and then we will go to the floor and place the chair aside. So you can do one, you can do them back to back, or you can just do one or the other, okay? So we will go ahead and start nice and tall, seated in the chair, away from the back of the chair, and we're gonna bring our feet nice and wide for starters. So hands at your heart, we're gonna reach one arm up and one arm down. So you just find a speed that works for you, breathing in and breathing out. So think of your ribs leaving your hips and reaching as high as possible. And now we're going to move diagonally, so reach across to the diagonal. This is going to get into your hips. Good. If this feels good, then you just stay here. However, you can take this into a big C shape with your arm and of course with the spine. So it's breathing in and breathing out. Again, finding a rhythm that works for you and that lines up with your breath. Good. One more time. And hold. Let's roll through the shoulders. We're going to keep our feet wide, hands at the heart, and we're going to push the elbows back. So think of the back side of your body. Your shoulder blades are squeezed, elbows are pushed back, fingers are spread nice and wide, and there's that little arch in your low back, all right? Lifting the chest, breathing and holding this pose, feeling the stretch through the front of the body and through the back side. We're going to stay for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Sit tall, roll the shoulders. All right, we're going to bring our right arm down and our left arm up at a diagonal. So reach up diagonally and use your right arm as leverage up against your right leg. And once you've reached as far as you can go, take your gaze upward just a little bit. We're going to take a big breath in here and then pull your left arm back just 1 more inch. Holding 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're switching sides. So left arm goes down inside your left leg and at an exact diagonal, reach that right arm up. Open the fingers. Breathing. Go ahead, take a big breath in. And pull your right arm back just a tiny bit more. Perfect. Sitting nice and tall, rolling through the shoulders. We are going to place our hands on our lap and we're going to reach across diagonally. So left arm reaches in front of the right knee, and then we're going to reach to the back left corner. All right, so this is really good for our low back and into our hips, and of course through the spine. Nice gentle twist, reaching and reaching. Good. One more time. Perfect. Left hand on the lap, we're going to reach the other diagonal. So across the left knee and to the back right corner. Last 2. And last 1. Perfect. All right, roll through the shoulders. Bring your feet back in. We are going to take a tiny step off to the right so that our right leg slides off the side of the chair. We want to look down and see that the right knee is pointed towards the floor, and your right toes can be tucked on the floor, or your shoelaces can be facing the floor. With your left hand, just gently hold onto the side of your chair, reach up nice and high, and take a nice tip to the side. So hopefully you're feeling this stretch along the side of the body and perhaps even into the front of your hips. To deepen this stretch, if you're comfortable, you can straighten your right leg entirely. This is going to lift your chest a little bit and just go for another side bend. Breathing 3, 2, and 1. Good. Undo. Bring the foot back in and gently scoot to the other side so that the right knee is generally in the center of the chair and then your left foot drops off. Again, shoelaces facing the floor or your toes are tucked. Reach that left arm up, sitting up nice and tall, and take a tip over to the right. Good. Option to straighten your left leg entirely. Toes will be tucked. Chest is lifted, and go for it a little bit further. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Unwind. Bring that leg back in. Scoot yourself back to the center. We're going to do a couple finger stretches and eye stretches before we move to the mat. So take your right hand and move your right pinky in a circle. Do as best you can and reverse it. Move on to your right ring finger and reverse. Move on to your right middle finger and reverse. Your right pointer, and we switch, and then your thumb, and we switch. Let's do everything on the left. Left pinky, reverse, ring finger, we switch, your middle finger, and switch, your pointer, and switch, and your thumb, and switch. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of brain work before we continue with the eye stretches. Your right thumb is going to face up and your left pointer is going to face forward. All right thumb is up, left pointer is forward. Look at those 2 digits and you're going to swap to the other hand. So now your left thumb is up and your right pointer is forward. And I just want you to practice swapping digits back and forth. Keep going, keep switching, keep trying. Good. All right. Hands on the lap, and we're going to keep our head entirely still, and we're going to do some eye stretches. So you can close your eyes for this, or you can keep them open. Eye stretches are really important for reading accuracy and reading speed. So if you've had some difficulty with that lately, or you just want to strengthen your eyes, these are perfect exercises to do, and you can do this as often as possible. Head will stay still. We're going to take our eyes to the far left and the far right. So just because they're eye muscles doesn't mean they don't need to be stretched and strengthened. All right, we're going to go up to the ceiling now. Your head hasn't moved. You're just looking out of your eyebrows, left and right. And now we're taking our eyes in a big circle. And reverse. So eyes might be getting fatigued. Those muscles might be feeling a little tired. Just keep going. We're going to move now diagonally across. Choose 2 corners. And switch to the other 2 corners. We're going to stay on the right side, look up and down. Zigzag to the center, look up and down. And over to the left, up and down. Good. All right, close those eyes if you had them opened. Just relax them for a moment. And when you're ready, you can open, and we are going to stand on up and lose the chair. All right, so we're going to come onto the mat, and we're going to bring our feet nice and close together. We're going to reach the arms up overhead. So think of somebody gently holding on to your wrists and just gently pulling you upward. So we want to feel a nice lengthening through the spine and through the upper body. Good. We're going to take a little tip to the right And then back up through the center, a little tip to the left. Good. Back up through the center. We're going to step our feet wide, so the right foot goes wide. We're going to come into a nice squat. So feet are wide and your elbows are pushing back, just like we did in the chair. Fingers are open nice and wide. This is called a goddess pose. So solid through the legs, elbows pushing behind your body, creating that little arch in your low back. And lifting the chest, lifting the heart. We're breathing 3, 2, arms go overhead. We bring the feet back together. Good, and we're gonna step out to the left. So left foot goes out nice and wide and we open up wide. Squeezing those elbows together. Breathing. Good, feet back together, arms up overhead. This time we're gonna take a long step to the right with a bend in the right knee. So hands can come to the thighs and we're gonna shift to the other side. So we are stretching those inner thighs and in through the glutes. Good, one more time. Perfect. Step the feet together and reach up. So that's the sequence. We're gonna do it a little bit quicker. So breathing in, tip right as you breathe out. Breathing in, tip left. Good, breathing in, step your right foot wide, come into that goddess squat. Breathe the arms up, step left, and come down. Good, breathe in, and we're gonna lunge right, hands to thigh, and over to the left. Good, breathing. One more time each side. Perfect, step on in. Roll through the shoulders. We're gonna move on to star pose. So we are gonna try to take up as much space as possible. You're gonna lean into your right foot and you're gonna extend your left leg out. Now, if your tiptoes need to be on the floor, that's perfectly fine, but go ahead, extend that leg out. If you are able, extend your left arm up over the left shoulder and your right arm over to the corner. So breathing 3, 2, and 1. Good, stepping out of it and switching sides. So right tiptoes on the floor to start. We reach those arms, lift the leg if you are able. Good, all right, a little quicker. So we're gonna reach and open. Step down, reach and open. Big stretch through the whole body. Open the arms, open the legs. And last one. Good. All right, roll through the shoulders. Thank you so much for joining me on day 2. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.